Good morning, YouTube. Good afternoon, YouTube. And how are we? Hopefully all doing well and safe and happy. So there's a lot going on in the shop today, and I haven't been around for a bit of it, so I'm going to do a quick catch up. But I thought because there's quite a bit of fun stuff going on, I'll pull the camera out, make a video out of it, because I know you guys seem to be enjoying that. First of all, Jonathan's bay window on the ramps. That's because he's lowered it. Been lowered about 2.5 inches because that was a horrific gap. So Jonathan's done that. I think there's some footage, so hopefully I can show you a bit of that, but I'll definitely show you a before and after. So that's Jonathan's bay. I think that's done. I'll have to wait until he gets here. He's not here at the minute. When he's there, I get him to have a little chat about that one. Then we've got this big girl, this big old motorhome. Lovely, lovely bit of kit. Well, this thing came in as an auto. Didn't want that in there anymore, so she has now got a lovely third pedal and a gear stick, because she is now manual. So that's been in here for a manual to, or no, auto to manual swap. Obviously because she's so big, she doesn't fit on the ramps, so the boys have had to do it in the pit. I wasn't here for any of that, but I'm guessing they love that. The van that you've been seeing quite a lot of welding being done, that was on this ramp, that's not here. Di's off getting that thing in MOT. That is all done and dusted. Once he gets back from the MOT, I will show you around that thing. That thing's looking complete, which is nice. And then there's this thing, which is now on the ramps. This needs a new engine. So my job, pull the front end apart, radiator, drain it, start pulling everything apart so that we can get to this, to pull this engine out, and then we can put that engine in. That is the plan. And because there's a few other vans getting dropped off in a bit for a few other reasons, and I thought because there's so much going on, and I know how much you guys are enjoying the videos, especially when there's stuff going on around the shop. So because I know you guys are enjoying all the footage that's going on at the minute, all the stuff that's going on around the shop, seeing what the boys are up to, etc, etc, I thought now would be a very good day to pull the camera out and show you guys. So today's a shop day. See what happens, shall we? Anyway, I'm gonna crack on. I need to get that whole front end, don't even know why I'm over it, but need me torch. I'm gonna crack on getting this thing pulled apart, and well, I guess I'll show you once it's done. There's no point in me showing you pulling this thing apart because you've seen me do 2 or 3 of these already. So I'm going to get this done and I'll show you this thing once it's a little bit more apart. So, well, it's been probably an hour or so later. Di's came back from the MOT. This thing's now completely stripped. Well, I say completely. The front end's completely gone. Most of it's over there. And we're off to go pick up another van. So we're going to go get the tow truck. I say we, Di. So off to go pick the tow truck up, and we're going to go pick up another van and bring it here. Told you today was going to be eventful. So when we get back, we'll have a bit more of a talk about why everything's going on. But me and Di, we're off to go pick up a van. I thought it was still locked. There you go, just see, we've just picked our van up. So there's someone else to add to the list of to-do lists. So we are now going to enjoy the nice drive back with Di. Well, welcome back to the next day. As you've seen in the last clip, me and Di were off picking up the blue van, which is a later day's problem, but that's all picked up. Motorhome, she's all done. Test drive, she drives lovely. Pulled all the front end off, drained all the fluids, just need to undo a few of this, and then that engine's out. I did get her a little bit later because I had to deal with my phone contract. It was a thing, but we were talking yesterday and doing a little bit of organising. As you can see, everything's a bit tidier. No, ignore this because there's a reason for that. We were talking about making like a cool little wall piece because I've kept my wings and what have you. And Di has been very busy by making a frame, because there's now this is going up there.
Hopefully.
Well, yeah. While I've been off sorting out my phone contract, Di has been busy making the jig for this. And I did not expect to. I've literally just got it now. And he's made this. That is going to look cool as hell up there. So I'm going to put you probably up. Also, you've probably seen this in the background. Jonathan thought it'd be quite cool to put his beetle under his bay. There's pictures of that on my Instagram if you're interested. But I'm going to put you over here so you can kind of watch the madness.
The hand between and you...
Oh, you put the bump up. What? What you said?
Come down right there.
Why?
Because they only 2 hands, right?
I know we was talking about this yesterday. I did not expect this.
Oh, I thought I love it, yeah? It's gonna be done. Right, we need that bread.
Easy. Come back my way.
No, yeah. Got up, yeah.
That's pretty much bang on. I'll break the tape. What? Why is this broke?
I don't know.
What? Is this always supposed to be this?
One, 2 seconds ago.
I fixed that. Yeah, give or take. Well, there's that done. And that is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I mean, it doesn't matter what angle you look at this from. This thing looks insane. We have also tested, the lights do actually work. So we are going to look into actually wiring them up properly. But like, it doesn't matter where you see this thing from. This just looks amazing. To be fair, we have actually been stood around looking at this for the last like 10-15 minutes.
And the rest.
10-15 minutes. Unbelievable. Tell me you haven't seen anything cooler than a T4 on the wall, a bay on top of a beetle. This is just, this is wild. You know what? I think I'm going to move in and I'm going to put my bed about here. Because this is just a hell of a view to have. But enough of ogling over all of this lot. There's work to be done. Well, this van is having new ball joints. It's having a few other little knick-knacky bits done to it. But if I come around this side, I can show you a little bit better. This thing is a mid-high top. I'll show you better on the other side. It's got some nice Star Wars related artwork. You probably can't actually see it in there, but there's like some cool artwork in it. It is a long wheelbase, mid-high top. I mean, that looks cool as all hell. But yeah, there you go. You can see mid-high top, long wheelbase. It's actually a really nice van. Really nice van. I mean, there you go. There's the driver's. And if I can show you from the other side, just randomly walking around the van twice. But like, there's so obviously this is giving me a rough idea of the room. Oh, it's too dark. Hang on. Like, it gives you a rough idea of like how big these long wheelbases are. I mean, that's a full cabinet and still space behind. That is a really, really nice van. As you've seen earlier on, this thing went from the auto to the manual. That's now completely done and dusted and all sorted. And while I'm stood here, there's a new roof. Because the boys are having a new roof. You've probably seen that there's a bit of tarpaulin up, and you can see there's slight bubbles where the water's come through. In fact, we did recently pop that one, and it took 2 days to empty. It was just, there's just leaks. So they've got themselves a nice new roof, which will be going up very soon. Just having a bit of a wiggle around just to try and make a little bit of room in the shop. So we're going to do that. Forward a little bit. Yeah, about that much. The exhaust was almost in the mud at the back. That's why he said pull it. Like, I would have thought so. Yeah, it should be fine by here.
Go on, Di.
Drive the monster truck, Di.
We're all back.
This thing is just, I can't stop looking at this. This thing's mad. Well, as you've just seen, we've just had a little bit of a move around. Everything's now all outside, and the shop's now ready for business as normal. We had a bit of a tidy up. As you've seen in the video, the bay's been lowered. The shop's been slightly organised. My van is now living on a wall. As you've seen, this is just sort of like a random little what's going on in the shop, and as you've seen, something really cool is going on. But that's the end of this. I'm going to get myself gone. We're going to lock up and go home. But as always, thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
And as always, take it easy.